Nick speaking. Welcome to this video. So I've just finished painting my biofloors, and I thought that it might be nice to have a chat about basing, because although I've painted all the models here, to be fair, they're probably only 50% done, because the base is going to add so much more to these minis. So the thing to bear in mind when you're doing your base is to choose your basing style for the army, and make sure that you have a nice consistent base throughout the whole army. It's going to make the army blend in together much better. In terms of choosing what style of base to have, obviously that is a personal preference. Ideally though, a good starting point would be to have something with good contrast to the actual model itself. So on my NIDs, for example, I have these like sand type bases here, quite yellowy sort of effect, nice contrast. It just brings out the model, sets them alive really, and hopefully that's what's going to happen to these once I've done the bases for these. My Eldar, I tend to do like the traditional green flock with brown rocks and stuff. I've also done a different rim, so I've got a brown rim on those. On my NIDs I keep to the black rim, so again sort of you can see the difference there. It's sort of nice contrast to the models, like so. The other thing as well, of course, is marking the units that you have with the different bases, so you can keep the same sort of starter base. For example, this one's got rocks on and this one hasn't. They're still very uniformed, they look the same, but I can effectively tell which unit is which. One's got rocks on and one hasn't. Job done is easy. So the same thing with my Necrons really. So I've got my Necrons here, like that guy there, he's got rocks on his base, and this one's got crystals. Now I can have one big unit all the same, or I can split them down on 2 units and I can easily see which unit is which. So marking the base is really good for that type of scenario. So I mean, what else about bases? I know some people like to have their whatever they put onto the base, they like to have it like going over the edge, going down the edge. Personally, I like a nice clean edge around my base. I mean, it's just a personal preference really. I know some people like to write names of their models on there as well, so whatever floats your boat really. But the key thing is to have consistency throughout the models. So the army basically just starts to look the same really. So there you go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the base for these. Nice simple basing scheme I've got. I basically just put sand on there and give it a couple of washes and it's job done. Matches the army really, because well, this is a very, very simple army to paint up. So there you go. Yeah, watch out for the next video, because the next video will be these all finished up, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next video.